Good morning. How is everybody doing? Let's get this adjusted. This is Cheryl Arkeson wishing you a good morning. Good morning, beautiful mug full of just hot water. I already had a pot of tea this morning, but I need the hot water because here's my big news of the week. I have COVID. The whole family does. Actually, well, 4 to 5 of us. One is fully recovered, and my husband and I are still really tired, but surviving just fine. Don't feel too bad. We've had our moments. The boy is on the couch upstairs, really wanting him to rest because he has long COVID. So a reinfection is really not good for him. But he says that his long COVID crashes feel worse than how he feels now. So I guess there's that. And then the other kid is on a plane, literally as we speak, due to land in a couple of hours. She's been in Spain for 10 days on a school trip. So for all we know, she could have picked something up there, but she's healthy. So we will do our best to keep her healthy once she gets home in there. But all that to say that I didn't get as much quilting done as I had hoped to this week because we just weren't feeling well. Yesterday, I literally spent the whole day on the couch, did a little bit of handwork, but that's about it in all of that. So that's how it goes sometimes, right? That's how it goes. I have gotten a couple of things done, though, that I would love to share with you. I don't think I shared a finished version of this last week. That is self-portrait number 2. This is self-portrait number 1 that I did. I don't really have creative names. Cheryl 1, 2, 3. Number 3 has not been quilted yet, but I am working on number 4 in there. If you follow me on Instagram, you see my morning makes with them. And so I've been working on quilting. It's a larger sort of size, kind of like a small baby quilt size that I've been working on. And I've been quilting it so this one, I kept changing thread colors to kind of match different areas. And so that added to my collection of bobbins with thread on them. So to quilt the self-portrait number 4, which has a very scrappy background, I'm just using all of those bobbins that need to be emptied because they need to be emptied. And they're Bernina bobbins. And here is a little bit of a rant for you today. If you caught my Instagram live, you caught this too, but I want to put it here as well. I have a Bernina. It's a great machine. It mostly works well for me. It does quilt well, so I'm very happy about that, which is the main reason I have it. But the bobbins drive me insane because number 1, they're expensive. And 2, they wear out sooner than I think they should because they have this little sort of mirror metallic kind of treatment on them so that the machine can detect them and tell you when they're getting low and everything. That wears off that finish, and then the bobbin's useless because the machine won't work if it doesn't detect that on there. Pardon me, I feel a sneeze coming along. We'll see if it happens. Excuse me. Been doing that a lot lately with the COVID. So that finish wears off and then you can't use the bobbins, but they're expensive. So I went through all of my bobbins last week and I got rid of all of the ones that won't work in the machine. And so that's left me with about 6 or 7 in the house, which is fine, but I want to empty them because I've got a lot of quilting that I want to get done in the next bit. And so I need those bobbins in action. So I'm using scrap thread to quilt my scrappy self-portrait that I've got there. It's all right, waiting to see if another one's coming. Don't you hate this? That feeling you get here that the sneeze is coming. You're like, so annoying. I'll have a sip of water in there. So I'm going to be quilting as much as I can this week, and I'm still piecing my Quilters Playcation Adventure Sewalong quilt, the solids version from last year, the 3-color solids version from last year. I ordered, I'm out of the gray in it, the Essex yarn dyed linen, and I ordered what I thought was the color. Turns out it's not. Could be just a different batch. We'll see. I've ordered another. I thought it was black, but maybe it's charcoal. Thankfully, Mad About Patchwork, a store out of Ottawa, has had both. So we'll see. I ordered it again on the weekend. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And if not, well, we'll just come up with a creative solution, because that's what you do, right? So I'm going to work on piecing that. And then tomorrow is our actual live for the Quilters Playcation Adventure Sewalong month 3. It is going to be a volcano block. Just want to give you a heads up on that. We did a lot of mountain inspired blocks last year. So this year I'm going to do volcano. And I've got to make it. I've got my fabric picked out and my instructions for doing it. So right after I get off with you, that's what I'm going to be doing between now and when I have to head to the airport to pick up my kid. Other things coming up that I want to let you know about is next weekend. We've got a few things going on. I've got a play date. Suddenly, see, maybe it's the brain fog from COVID. Maybe I'm just forgetful. I've got a play date and some classes coming up. So make sure to stay tuned and watch on YouTube. Instagram, and I'll put it in the comments what the classes were that I'm talking about so that you know. But I know that there is a play date coming up. It is usually the second Friday, so that'll be next Friday for a couple of hours. We're going to talk all about layout and playing on the design wall this week. And then we have a couple of classes. The Churn Dash dance party is coming up, and there is a guild that is hosting me for the traditional variations workshop, and that I think still has some room in it if people want to join. If it's still going, there was talk of it maybe not going, and I need to touch base with them. But that's what we've got going on, is plugging away, and I got to finish, year end and taxes and all that fun stuff. Boo. No one wants to do it. So I'm going to leave you. I've got a small child poking his head around, clearly wanting to ask me a question. But I will check in with him. So thanks for joining. We will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Tomorrow, April 4th, 10 a.m. Mountain for month 3 of the Quilters Playcation Adventure Sewalong for 2023 with our treasure map. And it's going to be a volcano block, so come and get hot with us. All right, everybody, take care.